Good morning, everybody. This is your girl, Lisa. This is Thursday, and you all know I normally cook on Thursdays and Sundays, but today is Thursday. And excuse me, I'm getting started on my Thursday meal. It looked like it's about, let me see, what does the time say? It says it's 10:45. So I'm going to go ahead on and get my Thursday meal going right now. As you can see, what's in front of us right here, I pulled out some neck bones the other day and that I did not cook because I got lazy. So I figured I'll go ahead on and make my husband these neck bones. And then on this side over here, I have some pinto beans that have been soaking. So I picked them and I put them in warm water and I'm letting them soak for an hour and a half. In the meantime, I have my timer going for those beans and look like I have about 7, you probably can't pick that up, but I have about 7 more minutes on those beans, for those beans soaking. In the meantime, without you guys getting seasick, I'm gonna bring you over here to the stove. And right here, I have my meat going for my beans. So in this pot here, I have 2 turkey necks going in this pot back here. What I'm doing, you all know what I do. I get that water nice and seasoned. So soon as that is nice and seasoned really well, then I'm going to drop those beans off into that pot right there. So that's what I got going on so far. You guys hold on and I'll be back with you as soon as I start getting everything prepped. Right now, what I'm going to do, let's swing back over here. I'm going to go ahead on and clean these neck bones. Now, with my neck bones, guys, this is what I do. I clean them and then, y'all hear me to my I clean them really well. Then I put them in a pot and I let them boil for 20 minutes. After they boil for 20 minutes, then I take that water, I take those neck bones out of that water, I pour that water down the sink, and then I start with a fresh pot of water. Then I let that boil, and then I start adding my veggies to that and whatever else I'm going to put on the meat. So you guys sit back, relax, chill, get a cup of coffee, a bottle of beer. I don't care what you do, but just don't leave. Oh, and remember, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Okay, let's see what the meat looks like so far. That looks real good. So what I'm going to do now, in this pot here, I have turkey tails, smoked turkey tails, because this is what I'm going to drop my pinto beans in. That's at a good boil right there. It's been cooking for about a good hour so far. So what I'm going to do now, of course you all know my complete seasoning. I'm going to drop some complete seasoning because now I want to season this water even more. I'm no season police. It may seem like a lot, but it's not, because I'm going to be constantly adding water to this. Also to that, I'm going to add some of the Cur Pollo Bouillon. And I don't measure, guys. I just pour. I just do this here. And when the water look like it's where I want it to look like, then boom, it's done. Let's drop some garlic, not garlic, onion powder. So I'm seasoning the water even more. It smells so good in here too with that smoked turkey tail. And now I'm going to add some fine garlic. I really don't need to stir this, but, excuse me, but I will. All of a sudden I am developing, guys, this cough. And I think it's because of the change of weather. Rinse this off. I think it's because of the change of weather. Because when you have allergies, your allergies also affect you in the fall, summer, and winter. Oh, that's looking really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this here cook for maybe another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to drop those beans in there. And then I may add some more water to it. More than likely, I will be adding water to this. I'm making pinto beans today. So today's menu is going to be pinto beans, white rice, and neck bones. So I'm going to put the top back on this, and I'm going to let this cook for another 10 minutes so that water can season with all the flavors that I just added in there. And then we're going to drop those beans in there. In the meantime, I'm going to wash my meat and get my meat started on the stove. But yeah. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. So now I'm going to drop my beans in the water. My beans soaked for 90 minutes. And then I rinsed them again. So now I'm dropping the beans in the water. And to this, I'm also going to add a little bit more water to this. What does this say? 3 cups. So I don't know if I'm going to add all 3 cups. Maybe 2 cups. I'm going to add 2 more cups of water to that. But more than likely, I will use all of this. Okay. Now we're just going to give this a good stir. Although it really don't need to be stirred. But hey. Alright. So now, guys, I'm going to turn the fire up on this so I can get it boiling real good. And then after that, I'm going to turn the fire down. Put the top on it. Turn that fire down and let it do what it do. Do what it do. That's my baby, y'all. Okay, these beans are going real good right now. So what I'm getting ready to do now, I'm getting ready to actually move them to my back burner, and I'm going to turn the fire down to medium, and I'm just going to let them cook. Look, you see all my seasons I went all around the side of my pan, my pot here. In these beans, I have, let me see if I can pull them out, turkey tails, and I let those cook for about 1.5 hours. And then I seasoned my water with complete seasoning, el pollo, chicken bouillon, onion powder, and garlic powder. And so now I'm just going to go ahead on and move these to the back of the stove, and I'm going to put my neck bones on. So let me turn this on and turn it on low. Put the top back on that, and I'm going to move this to that back burner so that can keep going. And then let me fill up my pot with water with my neck bones in it, and then I'll show you what that looked like. Okay, so now the neck bones, that's my husband's feet if y'all see that in the background. You a mess. I've washed my meat, and now I have my meat on the stove, and I am going to let this come to a rapid boil. And once it comes to a rapid boil, I'm going to let it boil for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to take that water off. Well, actually take the meat out of the water, pour that water out, clean that pot real good, add that meat back in there, and then get it back to a rapid boil, and then we're going to add the vegetables to it after that. Okay, so we're going to let that do what it do, and I'm going to put the top on this so it can get started faster. Okay? Okay, guys, I've turned the fire off from the meat. And what I was doing, remember I said I was going to let that boil for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to change out the water. So this is what the meat looks like so far. As you can see around the edges, all that gunk around the edges. And then this is what the meat looks like so far. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take this meat out. I'm going to put it in a separate bowl. I'm going to pour all this juice out and clean this pot again. And then every now and then, I will take this meat and just put it under a rinse real quick, just to get some of that other gunk off of it. And then I put it back in the pot with some fresh water, and I get it back to a good boil. And then I start adding all my seasonings and my vegetables to it. So now that's what I'm getting ready to do. Getting ready to clean that pot out, take everything out and clean it out. And then I'm going to basically kind of like start all over again. So you guys could kind of see around the edges and stuff there. Yeah, all that is going to get cleaned off. That's all the gunk that came off the meat. That's not seasoning. I haven't seasoned the meat yet. Okay? Okay, now my pan is nice and clean. And I also did a little bit more rinsing of my my neck bones here as well. So now I'm going to add 4 cups of water to this. And actually I'm going to add 8 cups of water to this. So I'm going to add another 4 cups of water, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've added 12 cups of water to that. And so what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to add some of the chicken bouillon in this. Just a little bit more. Put the top on it, and then I'm just going to let that start boiling. In the meantime, I have my beans in the background. They're doing okay. I'm going to pull out my handy dandy food processor because now it is time for me to start chopping up some veggies that I'm going to put in the neck bones and also in the pinto beans. Now with the pinto beans, I'm probably only going to add onion and celery to that. The celery does it really well. I love putting celery in my pinto beans. So I'll be back. Okay, my neck bones is at a rolling boil. So now what I'm getting ready to do is add my veggies to this. Now, I've already cut it up. I did a rough chop with my food processor, which is my sous chef. So in this, I have 1 whole bell pepper, 1 whole onion, big onion too. You guys know I love onion. I have about 10 cloves of garlic and 3 stalks of celery. So I'm just going to drop that in here. Now these are the neck bones. Drop all that goodness in there. And then I'm going to add a little bit more water, just a little bit more water to this. But before I do that, we're going to add some seasoning to it. So I'm going to keep my food processor out, my sous chef here, because now my sous chef has to cut up some veggies for my beans. So let's just put that over to the side. Ooh, okay, all right now. Y'all see what that's looking like so far? So that's, oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so to that, I am going to add some, y'all already know, what is that? Complete seasoning. I'm going to add some onion powder to that. I know I have onion in that, but I'm still going to add onion powder to it. Because we're talking about flavors here. Y'all know I love me some flavors. And then I'm adding some more garlic powder. Yes. And let's see what's in my seasoning cabinet that we're going to add more to this. You know what? We're going to add some cilantro to this. Let's add a couple of red pepper flakes to this. Just a couple. Don't want to go overboard with that. And then, you know what? Let's just put just a little bit of oregano in there. Just a little. Because you know oregano will overpower some stuff. And then I'm going to add a little curry to this too. Not a lot. And then, and y'all know what do I always add to my food? Turmeric. I always add turmeric. What does turmeric do? I don't know. I just like to see the color in it. I know it's good for when you have arthritis. I know that much. Okay, so let's just go ahead on and stir that around in there. Oh, I have a big piece of onion that didn't get cut. That's all right. I'm going to leave you just like you are. Because I'm probably going to, if I get a hold of you, I'm going to eat you. Okay, so these are my neck bones so far, guys. Now, I'm just going to add maybe 2 cups of water. No. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this alone. And I'm just going to turn this fire down. And I'm going to let it do what it do. Oh, hey. Let's drop some, also some black pepper in this. Oh, black pepper, black pepper, black pepper. We'll put a little black pepper in it. I had to remember, guys, to turn down my music before I hit the button because y'all already know. Your girl is in here jamming, right? Got my 70s going on my Spotify. I make my own list. I love music. Ooh, now, I know that might look mighty green up in there, but that's what you want right there. Ooh, that's goodness right there, y'all. Okay, that's the goodness that I want right there. Okay. I don't want to be too loud because y'all know I'm loud. Put that back on there. And then I'm going to turn that fire down a little bit. And I'm going to let it do what it do. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up some celery and some onion to add to my pinto beans. Okay, guys, my dinner is done. These are my pinto beans. I did thicken up the gravy a little bit, but I think I want it just a little bit more thick. I made a flour flurry for it, but I think I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit more. So those are my pinto beans. And look at that. Those are those neck bones. Yes. Ooh. Don't those babies look good? Yes, sir. Or I should be saying, yes, ma'am. Those babies look good. And then also I just made a small pot of white rice. So this is my dinner for Thursday. Neck bones, pinto beans, and rice. So that's my dinner for Thursday. I want to give a special thanks to Linda Joseph. You are always commenting on my videos. And I also want to thank Latanya. Latanya her channel is Love of Family and Crafting. You two ladies are always commenting on my videos. Thank you so much for all your love and all of your support. Again, this is Lisa's World with the Thursday meal. Neck bones, pinto beans, and white rice. I didn't season that rice, y'all. I just left it white. And you know, I may put on some corn muffins. I'm really not sure. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today while I cook for my Thursday dinner. If you want to see more of my videos, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And please, you all give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. All right, guys. Until I see you again, and you see me again on my next video. I don't even know what I'm going to cook for Sunday, but the next video is going to be Sunday. I'm thinking of neck bones. Not neck bones. I'm thinking of turkey necks. That's only if I could find them, though. But anyway, guys, you all have a good one. Remember to bless someone. Remember to be good to yourself. And also remember that God loves you, and so do I. Have a good one. Okay, guys. I'll see you on my next video. God bless.